DaVinci Resolve is an absolutely amazing video editor. You all know it, but you need to edit some photos and stuff, maybe for thumbnails for YouTube, or you just want to do general photo editing. You don't want to have to learn an entire new program. Well, actually, DaVinci Resolve right here can be used to actually edit even photos, and then you can bring them out even with transparent backgrounds and all different types of stuff. Essentially, anything you can do on a video, you can also get to do on an image as well, on a photo. Well, there's obviously a million different things you can do, but I'm going to show an example of grabbing a video and going ahead and turning this into an image. We'll say for a thumbnail. You could really use it and do it for anything, but you just find a good spot where you want it, wherever you want the film to pause or stop or whatever. We're just going to go ahead and right click, go to clip speed, and we're going to go freeze frame. So now you've seen how this part turned black and this part did not. So this is regular video, and everything after that is a freeze frame, a still. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a border around this too. So I'm just going to zoom in slightly like that, move it up, go to generator and slide a color behind it. We'll go ahead and drag it out here, and whatever the border we want, we'll make the border red. It's a cop car, so we're gonna have a red border. A little too aggressive in my opinion. Let's just make it a thin border like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and add, I don't know, we'll throw some text over it too, because it's gonna be like a thumbnail for, you know, a YouTube video or something. Pick a good text, pick a color, I guess. We'll go with red once again, why not? And we're gonna go, sweet cop car is gonna be the title of this thumbnail. Swipe it around a little bit, zoom it up. Boom. There we got that. And because it is like our particular thumbnail or whatever for Sweet Phil, we're gonna go ahead and throw the SP over it somewhere here. We'll put it up in the corner somewhere to give it a little look. This is obviously a simple, quick, thrown together thumbnail real quick. We'll go ahead and copy the text too, because we're gonna do something like so crazy, boom, 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 boom. That always catches people's attention. Make it a completely different color, and we'll throw it up in this other corner over here. And there you go, we got our thumbnail here. But then how do you get this thumbnail exported? There's a couple different ways you can do it. The easiest one is just have it wherever you want it so that you can see the picture that you have. Click on the color tab down here. You can come up here and you can right click on the image, click grab still. It'll come over here. You see I've done it a few times. I've made thumbnails. And then on the particular thumbnail you have, right click on it, go to export. Now I would suggest going to PNG or JPEG. JPEG has a slightly smaller file size if you're doing it for YouTube thumbnail. Go ahead and pick JPEG in my opinion. Pick the title and export it. And there you go, it went to my downloads folder. Now, let's see, we're gonna come over and we're just gonna go ahead and delete this entire thing. And we're gonna go ahead and start over. And I'm gonna show you if you want it with transparent background, because transparent background can be incredibly important. I'm gonna use an example here of grabbing a green screen photo here of me making some goofy, weird reaction or whatever you wanna do for thumbnails. Now here's gonna see a bunch of goofy faces that I make. That one looks perfect right here. What I'm going to do is actually drop out the green screen. So just as before, freeze frame, change, get rid of the video part. Now we have a still image here. I'm going to go over to the color tab and I'm going to go ahead and remove the green screen this way, because my green screen has so many shadows and it's kind of so bad. This is the best way in my opinion to be as precise as possible and eliminate as much as possible, and it'll look, once again, as good as possible. I already know that I'm gonna have to change these. These are kind of the settings I do every single time. We'll reverse it, we'll despill, and boom, there we go. We have a perfect green screen of me making this face pointing at something, haven't decided yet. Now I'm gonna compound clip it. All right, now we have me with a transparent background, so there should be nothing there. And let's say we wanna export a transparent background picture of me. Maybe you're gonna take this and use part of it or all of it as an emoji for Twitch or for YouTube or for Discord. Or what I do is I actually save these reactions of me pointing or doing whatever, and then I can just drag and drop them right into DaVinci Resolve when I'm making thumbnails. Now what you need to do is, once you have it as a compound clip, you both need to do that in order to use it on a thumbnail, because if you don't, when you shrink it in size like this, it will bring in a black border with it and it'll be all black outside of the image. So you need to make it a compound clip anyways, and by doing that, you can come over to the Fusion page and it actually brings the transparency with it. I'm going to go ahead and show you if you do not do it that way. We're going to go ahead and decompose it as it was before. We'll go ahead and go to the Fusion page and it shows up as the original thing. I don't know why it does it that way, but that's just the way it does. You got to have it as a compound clip. Head over to the Fusion page. Then anywhere in this area, go ahead and right click, come down to save image. And then as you can see, it automatically, I did a bunch of them already. I put them in folders. I have a whole bunch of me pointing with different facial reactions. Now here you need to go ahead and make it a PNG. JPEG is here as also, but I went ahead and make these as PNG. And you can name it whatever you want. Pistons, sure, point, sure, why not? And boom, go ahead and click save. I already have done this a bunch of times and I have stuff saved. So once you save it, it will be saved as a transparent background right there. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you real quick that it does indeed work. We'll drop the image down here of a random background. And I'm going to go ahead and go to that exact folder we were just looking at and grabbing any of these. There's this one with a transparent background with me making a really, really stupid face. Me making some other goofy face. I don't know what's going on, but it does indeed save the transparency on the background. And there are so many different things. Anything that you do in DaVinci Resolve to edit any type of video, you can do the exact same thing to edit photos.